Well, here I am at my first coin show. I'm actually really excited about this. Pretty busy parking lot too. Lots of cars here. There's a lot of people. So let's check it out. Here is an interview with Jim from AZ Silver Exchange. Do you think silver is going to go up or down in price?
That's a great question, and as a silver dealer, I try not to make predictions like that because I don't want my customers coming back to me if those predictions don't come to fruition. But I can tell you what I'm seeing in the market. I'm seeing a very significant increase in demand, specifically starting a couple years ago during COVID when there were supply chain challenges. The manufacturers were struggling to get raw materials. And then you had a group of apes on Reddit that started going crazy and driving the prices of GameStop and BlackBerry and AMC theaters up. Well, they also jumped on the ETF SLV. And what happened is you had an industry that was a hobby group of a bunch of older guys in the 70s, guys like myself in near our 60s. All of a sudden there's about 3 million more stackers from a younger generation that came in and started flooding the market. You probably remember Scottsdale Mint and some other online retailers sold out over the weekend, like $22 million in orders. So we've got a significant demand increase over the last couple of years. There's fallout from the banking crisis and the debt problems that's leading people against keeping money in the bank. In the stock market, you're seeing money flow in and out of crypto as a result, and a lot into gold and silver. I've sold more gold, physical gold, in the last 2 months since the banking crisis started than I typically sell in an entire year. What used to take me 7 to 10 days to get delivered from national distributors or manufacturers now takes me 4 to 6 weeks. So I really think we're on the verge of a supply challenge that's going to result in probably some calls to deliver commodity contracts, which to date, those commodity contracts which were shorted by the hedge funds and the big banks to drive down the price of physical silver for industrial use, solar panels, electronics, cars, things like that. There's not going to be enough physical silver supply floating around for them to be able to keep shorting it in the mass amounts that they are. They're going to get called. When they get called, they're going to have to deliver physical silver, which means they're going to have to buy it on the open market, which of course is going to cause a significant short squeeze, supply-demand imbalance, and theoretically we could see the price of silver double or triple in a matter of a week. When that happens, I have no idea. Could be next week, could be a decade from now, but we are on the pathway to that happening.
What is your most popular round?
I call rounds that are made by private mints generic rounds, and I differentiate them from Silver Eagles, Silver Maples, Krugerrands that are minted by sovereign country mints. The most popular generic round is a 1 ounce Buffalo round, which is minted from various different manufacturers. It's kind of patterned after the Buffalo nickel design from the early turn of the century in the 1900s up until the 30s.
How about your most popular sovereign?
Sovereigns, they vary. People like Austrian Philharmonics because they're beautiful and they're the least expensive of all sovereigns. Canadian maples are a little bit more expensive.
Those are my favorite.
This is what a monster box of Canadian maples looks like. Each tube has 25 ounces and there's 500 ounces in a box. And then probably most popular is the U.S. Mint American Silver Eagle. They're really struggling to source blanks right now to produce. So you're seeing prices on those spiking immensely, and you're going to see some supply shortages coming out of the mint.
Hi, I'm here with Barry. Got a question. What are the advantages of buying at a coin show rather than a shop or online?
Well, one of the biggest advantages of shopping at a coin show is that you have 40 or 50 or 100 dealers in one room. So rather than going to shop and having to drive 20 miles across the city to the next shop, you can see, okay, this guy has Morgan dollars, let's say that's what I'm looking for, and this guy has Morgan dollars. Well, what's he selling them for? What's this guy selling them for? Where can I get the best price? That's one of the better things. I've been a dealer for a long time, and I only do shows, so I build a clientele in each city. So I have regular customers. This show, I probably have 50 to 100 people come by, not every month, but just about every month to see me. And sometimes they'll spend $5, and sometimes they'll spend $5,000. But there's a big, clientele that follow people, and as they do, then we, build the business.
Okay. What would be your favorite silver round of all?
My favorite silver round is anything but the American Buffalo. And the only reason is many dealers only have the same thing as on the nickel, the Buffalo nickel, with the Indian on one side and the Buffalo on the other. I like variety. One of my boxes has over 275 different rounds. And my other box of generics probably have 40 or 50 different rounds. I like variety. Most of my customers like variety, and so they're willing to go through it and look out and see what new ones I've put in there since the last time they've seen me. So I'm going to give a little plug for the Scottsdale show here. It's down in Chandler. It's a Camelback coin and collectible show. You can look it up online. It's usually the second Sunday of the month, and we'd love to see you. I've got 2 or 3 tables at the back, and just take a look for me.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here with Will from the Camelback Collectibles Coin Show. Can you tell us about the show here?
Yeah, so the show, it's a monthly show, usually the second Sunday, except for holidays. It's been running for give or take 30-ish years, and I've been running it now for the last 6 or so. Give or take 30 dealers every month, and it's just a good thing to come and do.
How'd you get started in it?
Family business.
Family business?
Yep.
Are you a gold or silver guy?
Both. I usually do 50-50 split.
Do you get a discount being the boss?
No.
How much is a booth here run?
So it's 8-foot tables, it's $65 for a table.
Okay, and that's each every 2 weeks?
Every month.
Every month?
Yep.
Is there anything you'd like people to know about the Camelback Collectibles Coin Show?
It's a great thing to come out and do, get out of the heat, it's free, get a little history, a little education.
And free parking.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks, Will. Thank you so much.
You bet, thank you.
For having us. wow, I'm speechless. I had so much fun going to this coin show. It was about 35 minutes from my place, and I had to be there really early. It started at 8 a.m. Not really an early bird myself, but oh gosh, I got to meet so many awesome people. And I mean, I'm going to go again, maybe do some more interviews. I sat down at this one booth, and this man was sitting next to me, and we were just chatting it up, and he was like telling me all this history and, you know, trying to explain certified stuff with me. And he was looking for a specific coin in these one bins, and whenever I'd find one, I would hand it over to him. And he was just a nice guy. I hope I see him again. I love to interview him because he had a lot of cool ideas. And but man, I gotta tell you, I had so much fun. And you know, be sure to check out my next video, because this one's getting pretty long, where I show you what I picked up at my first coin show. So be sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you haven't been to a coin shop, if you haven't been to a coin show yet, I highly recommend it. I mean, and don't be shy, you know. At first I was like, I don't know what to do. It's all these old guys, and I'm like a young punk. So, but as soon as I started talking to them, you know, they were happy to talk to me. So, yeah. Check out the next video, and I will see you then.